Yo, I can't believe that Don Flamingo isn't aware of the reality that the three prima guys right now are Luffy, Sabo, and Law. They are the massive threats. They are the most powerful among the bunch. They are the ones who orchestrate this entire thing, mainly Law and Luffy. But the fact that Flamingo considers Usopp to be the main threat, God Usopp, to be the prima guy, the orchestrator behind this entire thing. Usopp. I'm like, yo, Flamingo, come on, man. Like, you should know better. Like, it's hilarious. It's stupid, but it's hilarious nonetheless. And I'm sitting here like, yo, Flamingo, like, you know better. I know that you know better. We know that you know better. And yet here he is, the top of my shit list. Usopp. God Usopp. 5 million buried. That's ace level. That's old school Chinjao level. What? According to Oda, NL would be on the same level if he was in the Blue Sea. And here comes Usopp, God Usopp, the prize target of the Hunger Games, if you would. Nose out and shit, looking like a real badass, like, yeah. Like, that's how he laughs. Like, apparently Usopp is so badass. When he laughs, it's that's how he does it. That's how badass he is right now. Flamingo, what the fuck are you telling? I mean, maybe because Flamingo just, won up to Luffy, armored hockey, in comes the clone, then fucking, yeah. Maybe because that just happened, he's bumping down Luffy a few stars. I don't know. So, let me continue. Well, before I do that, as you can see behind me, 2 PlayStation 4s. Oh, and 10 volumes of Berserk, volumes 1 through 10, that will be given out to one of the winners on Patreon.com. Also, I must say that someone else on the anime section are going to wind up winning 10 volumes of their own choice. So if they want Naruto, if they want One Piece, if they want Toriko, if they want Beelzebub, if they want Vinland. Well, no, Vinland Saga doesn't have 10 volumes. Vagabond, they get to choose which 10 volumes that they want specifically. Also going to be on Patreon.com. I'm going to choose the winners next week, and then we're going to just go from there. And also, I'm going to ship them out next week as well. So, and then like the next round I'm going to do, I want to keep the PS4s. Or the next round, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to keep the PS4s probably. But I'm going to talk with the cats on Patreon as to discuss what we're going to do for the anime stuff. The gaming stuff, people are really liking the PS4s. I may do something else added onto that. If I can, we'll see. Again, I'm not too sure. So, moving on. First of all, I think we can now say with some confidence that when it involves Fujitora and his gravity powers, it's the sword. Because there were some cats who were telling me that, well, it's not the sword, but more so it's like Fujitora, he's channeling his gravity powers to his blade. I don't see that. I'll be very honest. I don't see that at all. What I see is that every time the tractor beams come out, his sword comes out as well. And a lot of times, Ishol, Admiral, he does a lot of EI stuff. So like Itoryu EI, he swings right back in the sheath. And the moment that happens, the tractor beams start to fucking rise and shit. So he's a clearly very skilled swordsman. But I think the tractor beam power is a power specifically for his blade. His blade actually be a Meitol. Yeah, I'm thinking that because I think that I forgot what ranking they were, but like among the One Piece world, there are a lot of like named famous blades. And like there's certain categories among these named famous blades. And like the top brass of those blades being like Knight, like Yoru, like Mihawk's blade. Like, the one true blade, like, fucking swing, like, Glacier's just gone, like, bro, stop, chill, too much. So, my thing is that I don't know if Admiral Isho's blade is a Meito, because it may just be a regular sword that has this devil fruit power, of course, via Vegapunk. That's very obvious. I mean, because along the same lines, I kind of want to assume that someone like Shanks' sword is just a regular sword as well. But of course, Shanks has that OD hockey. So, you know, Shanks walks up, all of a sudden, niggas be like, fucking, you know, like that hockey sound in the anime? Gone, out, night. So, that's what I'm seeing right there when it comes to Isho. And I don't think, again, he's channeling his power through his body, through his sword. So to me, no. Weird. Very weird. So that means that Isho can probably swim. Yeah, that's right. That means that he could probably use, because his sword actually working underwater, like, I don't know. Like, okay, see, here's a question, right? We know that devil fruit users can't swim. And their powers are nerfed significantly underwater. Now, I say nerfed significantly because Luffy could still, you know, use attacks when he was in Fisherman Island in the water, but when his whole body is submerged, he couldn't do so. Does the same notion apply for weapons as well? Like, if you were to have a devil fruit sword, like Fangfree, and you drop it in the water, like, could the user, or could the person who owns that sword still use its powers? Or would the powers be nerfed completely, or only a little bit? Alright, see, that's something that I want to, you know, because I'm not too sure. But that means that Isho can actually fight on water. He can do aqua combat, shit like that. Again, that's a possibility, but we'll see. Like, it's along the whole thing. It's along the whole lines of, if there is a water no me, could they still swim? Again, I don't know. Because that's something about the devil fruits that's kind of weird. Like, why is it that, like, these fruits are forsaken by the sea itself? Again, I don't know. The ocean, every body of water forsakes the devil fruits. No idea why. So, we'll find out, hopefully, later on in the story. So, moving on. Because right there, that was a small little discussion video for you guys to think about and to, you know, to marinate in your minds. We'll see how that goes out. Now, the next thing. Again, God Usopp, this shit's ridiculous. It's too much. It's fucking too much. But, again, we see the change in landscape. And then we see how people, they're running around. Those who be controlled, they're killing their friends and their families. And, you know, a very crazy time. And what's happening, as an end result, is that we actually see the citizens of Dressrosa debate amongst themselves as to what to do. Not only on a group standpoint, but also on an individual standpoint as well. And it appears as if, like, the majority of the people there in the island, in the country, it seems like the consensus here is that we will capture the 12 people that are on Flamingo's shit list. And we're not going to kill them, we're going to capture them. That seems to be the majority consensus. Now, there may be some people who go against that consensus, and they may help out the people who are starred on the shit list because they want to fight against Flamingo. Like, for example, we see a lot of the pirates, a lot of the bounty hunters, when they, well, bounty hunters, I'm not sure about that. Well, we see a lot of the pirates, and they're looking at the monitor, and they're seeing the stars, and they're all getting psyched up and pumped up. Dagama being one of them. Listen, Elizabeth, when you get back home, go to the gym for an hour and talk to Dagama, alright? Give him the 1-4, fucking King, because you need to get this guy out of there. Dagama is a really bad advisor. He's a fucking terrible advisor. He's completely ignoring you and your will for money, greed, make it rain, dollar bill. He's dude, like, no. King Punch, get the fuck out of here. Like, fuck that guy. Now, the next thing. Again, so they're debating amongst themselves. And we may see people help out the Straw Hats or those who are on the shit list as individuals, because they made individual choices. Like, again, the guards, and how the guards probably want to help King Riku out, obviously. So they're not going to go with Flamingo, but they'll help out King Riku. But the majority of the populace of Dressrosa will be there to capture the Straw Hats, and some to kill them because they're just vicious. Now, moving on. Apparently, Flamingo was talking about the birdcage and how it may last for days. Flamingo's kind of scary now. Because, see, this power, even though its area of effect is immense, or an entire country, and then some, because you need to factor in the actual sky area and that kind of stuff. Hence, overall, you know, kilometer square. A large distance, to say the least. A large area, I should say. The thing here is that he can make this shit last for days. For days. Like, casually, like it's not a big deal at all. That's kind of scary. Flamingo power-wise, as far as we see so far in the world, is one of the top. Like, he is a high tier. That's very obvious. He's probably a top high tier, but not a top tier. He's a top high tier, but not a top tier, or not a top tier period. The top tier cats are the admirals, and, well, even that's debatable. And the reason why I said it is because of the fact that we have not seen the full scope of the new world. There are probably people who are just as powerful as the admirals, if not even more so, within the depths of the new world. But again, we'll see later on. However, again, Flamingo's one, he's pretty damn powerful. And my thing here is that he can make this shit last for days. Therefore, this terror will... Not only does the string prevent him from leaving, but also it cuts off communication. So for a period of days, no one will have any idea what's going on until the aftermath. That's crazy. That's insane. Flamingo is on some what the fuck shit. Like, he really is. I'm not joking. Moving on. Again, I don't know how Sabo was actually caught. And by the way, if you're wondering, my live reaction is going to be right there. Like, it's been there the entire video, but now you guys should see it. Like, I'm pointing out. My live reaction, my initial thoughts of the chapter are right there. And my thing here is that I'm trying to figure out at what point in time did Flamingo know that Sabo was on the island exactly? How do you know that? How do you know that Flamingo was in the country? Because Diamante was fighting him the entire time in the Coliseum. He had no fucking idea that it was Sabo. He still thought that it was Luffy, aka Lucy. But apparently Flamingo found out that Sabo was in. I don't know, man. It's iffy. It's iffy. Because there's no reason. Because at this point in time, there's no thorough explanation as to why he knows that Sabo was there. But the fact is, he knows. So I'll leave it at that for now. But maybe because he was told by someone. But I don't know. Again, he must have been told by someone. Because the entire time, the Flamingo that we saw sitting on the chair with Law, with King Riku, was a string clone. And the other Flamingo, like, comes out of nowhere. So, like, again, I don't know. It's very iffy. So maybe the real Flamingo was actually running around, investigating and doing other stuff on the side. So the next thing here is that we see Kinemon. Kinemon, he's actually going to go to some tunnel to see his friend Kanjiro, and that's very simple. We see Bartolomeo and the others, they're bailing. Or at least, like, they're going elsewhere, and Rebecca's being protected by Bartolomeo and Robin and so on and so forth. And then we have this talk between Luffy and Rebecca, and basically she wants to know how Daddy's doing, and, you know, because I've never seen Daddy. It's been like that long, because I didn't know that my dad was my dad. Or correction, I didn't know that my dad was a toy soldier until now. So, you know, obviously she wants to know about, you know, what her father looks like what he's doing, and so on and so forth. And Luffy's like, don't worry about it. It's okay. I'll protect him and I'll kick Flamingo's ass. But here's the main part at the end of the chapter. Law tells Luffy that the main plan was to let Flamingo live. So he would butt heads with Kaido. So Kaido would be the one to take out Flamingo out of sheer rage. And we all know, even though Flamingo has enough power to control an entire country for fucking days easily, he's horrified of Kaido. Horrified. So the problem here is that not only if they take out Flamingo and word spreads, because word will spread, obviously, and then let's say that Luffy does something very bold, like make Dressrosa one of his territories. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh. Because could you imagine that shit? Not only would Fishman Island be a territory of Luffy's, but also Dressrosa. That means that you have one Yonko, Big Mim. If she actually opens the chest with the explosions, she's gonna go right to Fishman Island. Like, yo, Jinbei, knock knock, mama's home. Like, whoa, like, At the same time, they're taking over the place that's very important to Yoko and Kaido. So, like, the only dude at this point in time, Yonko-wise, that doesn't want to, like, headhunt Luffy and the Straw Hat Pirates is Shanks. And because Shanks, he just chilling, he's cool, like, yo, Luffy, I'm waiting for you at the summit, bro, we're gonna fight, I'm gonna hockey up, you're gonna hockey up, you're gonna lose the first time round, I believe that. When Shanks and Luffy fight, Luffy's gonna get spanked the first time round, I truly believe that. Because you don't get beat up, you don't have a difficult time with someone like Flamingo and beat someone like Shanks. That makes no fucking sense. No, it's not happening. So, again, like what I'm trying to say here is that you're having Blackbeard has always had problems with Luffy. That's number one. Number two, Big Mom. And number three, it may be Kaido on your head too. So, you have three massive powers coming at you, Luffy. I mean, you're clearly a confident dude, and I'll give you all credit in the world for that. But, bro, it's just too much. It's just, you can't do it. You can't do it. Like, you just can't. It's not possible. Remember what happened on Shibuya Archipelago? Oh, yeah. But only like 18 times worse. Instead of an admiral, kick at the speed of fucking light. No. Kaido. He's gonna come in there, fucking punch. Send Luffy flying like 18,000 kilometers in the sky. He's gonna warp up. That'd be some crazy ass shit, though. That'd be some crazy ass shit. And actually, there's a theory. No. Let me stop here. I'm gonna make a video because there's a theory that I have on something that's, I think, important. But I'll get to that later. So I'm done. King Lightning. Rate the video. Comment. Subscribe as always. The rating is gonna be overall a good plus. Because it is set up, but it's still insight into a lot of things that we didn't really know, and we're starting to now see the end results, or what may be the end results in the future of this whole entire shtick. So again, I'm done. So the rating is going to be good plus, because it's a simple chapter, and mainly set up, but overall still fairly well done. And God Usopp, I wish you the best, because right now, people want your head on a stick. Alright? They want to give you the Sean Bean treatment. They want to give you the fucking net. Yeah. Over. I'm just saying. With great power comes great responsibility. We'll see how you handle it. Peace and have a nice day, guys.